Okay, so this is the first night after a CO2 laser of my face, eyes, and neck. I try to do some procedure every Thanksgiving because it gives me extra time to heal. And I haven't done a full face CO2 in, I want to say 4 years. So I will be exceedingly puffy tomorrow. I am one of those patients that just is a peach and reacts really strongly to everything. Right now, when I'm healing from a laser, I'm really careful about what I put on my skin. And there's 3 things I'm using. One is I'm washing my face with my face wash, which feels wonderful after any procedure. 2, I'm using the Elastin Skin Nectar, which has really good data to show that it helps with the healing after lasering. And then I'm using my healing balm. And that's really all I'm gonna put on my face for the next 2 days. So we'll go through this process together. So this is day 2, it's not pretty. And I get puffier than most people, but everyone looks really terrible on day 2. And you look pretty terrible on day 3. And then by day 4, you start to see the puffiness go down. I'm all greasy. The only thing I put on my face today is Restore. I've washed my face. I've used the Elastin Skin Nectar. I've used Restore Healing Balm. I use Biocellulose masks to be able to ice my face and not put the ice directly on my face. And I try to do that 2 or 3 times a day. I'm gonna take a Zyrtec before bed to help fight some of the swelling. And I'm supposed to stay away from simple sugars and salt and alcohol, although I've had a little bit of all of those things today. So yeah, it's not pretty, but it's a process. Okay, this is 48 hours after being CO2 lasered, and I'm slowly starting to get better. I get really puffy underneath my eyes. I would say I'm in the top 5% of the puffiness, and it's just slowly starting to go down. Still only using the same 3 products, my face wash, Elastin Skin Nectar, and Restore Healing Balm. Tomorrow, I'll start mixing my balm about 50-50 with my face cream during the day. And if I go outside, I'll put on sunscreen. After today, things are gonna start getting better a lot faster. It's the first 2 days that are really pretty miserable. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so now we are 72 hours post-laser. I lasered on Tuesday night after work, and it is now Friday evening. And you can't see it, but I have grid marks everywhere from the CO2 laser. I lasered my face and my neck. My neck is gonna take twice as long to heal as my face. And on the face, it's gonna heal faster from the middle of the face out to the lateral edges of the face. At the time of my lasering, I also did something called PRP, or platelet-rich plasma, which means I took my own blood, we spinned it down, and then I rubbed it everywhere that I was lasered, but I also injected it around my eyes, and it has been shown to help with that really thin, crepey skin around our eyes, which I have sort of a terrible problem with. Because I get so puffy, it's really, really hanging on through here. So most people wouldn't be this puffy, but because I'm special, particularly if I inject fluid around my eyes in the form of PRP, I'm gonna stay puffy for days, which is why I can really only do a procedure over Thanksgiving. Okay, I will show you again what I'm up to tomorrow. Okay, things continue to get better. Lasering was on Tuesday night. It's now Saturday night. My face is incredibly dry. You can't see it, but there's all these little dots that are peeling off, and I'm just super rough. I'm still using I'm still using my face wash to wash my face twice a day. I'm following that with the Elastin Skin Nectar. I put that on my face now. And then I follow that with my Restore Healing Balm. I'm now mixing the Healing Balm 50-50 with my face cream. So I put the balm on there, I put the face cream on there, here's the face cream, and I mix those together, and I'm just putting that on everywhere, and it feels so lovely, but it's not quite as sticky as just using the balm entirely. So that's the plan for really until my skin starts to feel normal again, is that I'll use the balm with the cream mixed equally. And I really haven't gone outside much. When I have gone outside today, did put on sunscreen, but otherwise I'm really trying to just let my skin heal and not put more stuff on it. You can see when I rub my face, it gets red super easily still because I'm still very much in the recovery mode. So we're getting there, slow and steady. And I'll just keep doing this until we're a week out. Okay. Not much new to say. It's been 5 days. My skin is super dry. It's starting to feel really, really smooth. I am mixing my healing balm with a bunch of my face cream and covering my face with it. And I'm going to work tomorrow. So we'll see how I look with some makeup on. And that's it. I'm very glad I'm through this. I'm really glad I'm not a puffy mess anymore. Hi, so this is day 6. It is Monday morning and I lasered on Tuesday night, and I'm presentable. I am not perfect. I am dry. If you look closely, I have grid marks on my neck and my face, and those will be around for at least another week, but I can go out in public and not have people stare at me. I love the CO2 laser. It has a lot of really long-term benefits. This week, my skin will be really dry. For the next several weeks, my skin will be pink, but really starting at sort of 3 to 6 months, I'm gonna start seeing the long-term benefits of the procedure. What the CO2 laser does is it stimulates your fibroblasts, which are the important component of the dermis of your skin, to make more collagen. And really starting in our early 20s, we start losing more collagen than we make. And the loss of collagen is what leads to that saggy, loose skin. So by building collagen, you just give yourself sort of more money in the bank to then lose. I'm a big believer in the CO2 laser. I think it's actually one of the most effective treatments we have for slowing the aging process. It is a big deal, so it is not something I recommend people do on a yearly basis. I hadn't done one for 4 years, but I do think when you can make the time and commitment to do it, it is a wonderful investment in yourself. I did medium settings on myself. Most of my patients I can do higher settings on. I just am a remarkably slow healer and get super puffy. On my patients, particularly those with thin skin like me, I do use PRP at the time of lasering. There's been some studies showing it speeds healing. There's been some studies suggesting that you get more collagen production. And there's now been some studies showing even just PRP alone around the eye area helps with fine lines and wrinkling. So the PRP is when we take your own blood, we spin it down, and then I both inject it and rub it onto the surface of the skin. After I do a CO2 lasering on someone, they usually have at least a couple years before they need to do it again, unless we're really fighting deep lines around the mouth or around the eyes. In those two situations, I will do a series of treatments. But if it's just like what I did to myself, where it's just like a one total zhuzhing, then you're good for a while. To maintain the results of the CO2, I do like people to do a more gentle resurfacing laser like the Laze MD or the Clear and Brilliant once or twice a year, just to keep promoting that cell turnover. Sometimes people are also battling redness, and that's where an IPL or a V-beam laser can be helpful. So for myself and for many of my patients, it's a CO2 laser every sort of several years. It's a Clear and Brilliant once or twice a year. It's an IPL once a year, once every other year. And that really does a beautiful job of maintaining the envelope, which is your skin, so that there's less you need to do with injectables to maintain you looking like you, which is really always my goal for myself and my patients. So I'm excited to be done with this. I know I still have sort of several weeks of dealing with dry skin. It's going to be months before I see the long-term results, but I am over the hurdle, which is awesome. And I hope I didn't scare you too much when you look through these images. I have to say, with more aggressive settings, it does take longer to heal. And with less aggressive settings, people can really be back to normal even faster. And that's a conversation you have to have with your provider about what are your expectations for outcomes and how much time you can spend hiding. All right, have a good week.